And one person is hurt after a multi-vehicle crash inside the Hampton Roads Bridge tunnel. Virginia State Police say several cars caught fire. The crash forced crews to shut down the tunnel for hours, creating a heavy backup. The tunnel is back open right now and traffic is moving smoothly. And Dana Smith spoke with a driver who saw the fiery crash.
A multi-vehicle crash inside the Hampton Roads Bridge tunnel shut down the interstate for hours. A woman who drove past the crash said 2 cars were on fire and the tunnel was filled with thick black smoke.
The vehicles were on fire and we saw families. There was a family that was outside of the vehicle. I'm assuming they were part of the accident.
VDOT crews and Virginia State Police troopers closed the HRBT for around 5 hours Saturday night after what police are calling a, quote, multi-vehicle chain reaction crash. A state police spokeswoman said vehicles were on fire.
The heat was so intense as you were passing by, so I could only imagine what it was like actually being in the tunnel outside of the vehicle.
Virginia Beach resident Reamie Tabin and her family were driving through the HRBT on their way home from Newport News when they passed the scene around 5 p.m. She said she saw a truck and an SUV in the left lane on fire. She said heavy smoke filled the tunnel.
I mean, it was really intense. You couldn't see in front of you except for the vehicle that was in front. Like it was that dark and it was black smoke.
She said she was one of the last cars to pass the wreck before crews closed the tunnel to traffic, creating a big backup.
It got darker and darker as we were passing through because of the smoke. And finally, by the time we were able to get out of the tunnel, that's when we heard a boom. So I looked at my husband and I was like, did we just hear it? Was that an actual explosion? He was like, yeah.
According to state police, at least 1 person was injured in the crash, and medics treated a state trooper at the hospital for smoke inhalation. Dana Smith, 13 News Now.
That crash happened around 5 p.m. last night, and the tunnel reopened shortly before 11 p.m.